3,000 languages now spoken worldwide are at risk of disappearing by the end of this century. That's according to UNESCO. And indigenous languages are the most endangered. Cronkite News reporter Yahaira Jacquez traveled to a small town in Cuauhtémoc, Mexico, where one people's language could become extinct.
Tarahumara Indians have made Mexico's Sierra Madre region their home for centuries. Modern-day Tarahumara leave their mountain dwellings during harvest season to earn a living. These workers are catching a 6 a.m. bus that will take them to apple orchards. During this time, the Tarahumara come from La Sierra, which are the mountains that surround us, to work in the towns and pick fruit. They've realized that they need to learn Spanish because the people that they work for don't know their native language. A rare case is my grandfather, who learned the indigenous language as a kid and still uses it today.
Knowing the language helped me because before a lot of them didn't speak Spanish, so I interpreted for them too.
There are about 85 indigenous languages spoken in Mexico, and many are in danger of extinction.
It's a lot harder for them to go on with their day-to-day lives just speaking that indigenous language, so they adapt similarly to immigrants here and acculturate to the Spanish language.
The Mexican government passed a linguistic rights for indigenous people law in 2003, including the right to have legal documents translated to their native tongue. Critics say the law is not always enforced, and protecting native languages is about more than preserving the past.
Language is very powerful in terms of their own identity and future, right? And their future identity, not just like, this is who my parents were, it's also, this is who I am.
My grandfather is now the only one in this small town of 1,600 who is fluent in the Tarahumara language, serving as a bridge between Spanish speakers and native people.
Those who spoke the language left. Now, it's just me.
He remains a lone voice for the Tarahumara Indians who still need translation in a region where younger generations risk losing their native language. In Chihuahua, Mexico, Yahaira Jacquez, Cronkite News.
Spanish is not the official language of Mexico. The 1917 Mexican Constitution lists Spanish as one of the many national languages. It is the dominant language, but in recent years, Mexico has done more to preserve native tongues.